You can support this show at patreon.com/ASAPodcasting. Welcome to a Skyrim Addict podcast, where I will discuss my adventures and misadventures through Skyrim. Join me. Add your stories. Add your tales. Let's get into this thing. Hello. Skyrim Addict podcast, episode 62. I believe. So anyway, I've been playing round table character a little bit of pacifist, which I've opened right now, actually on the TV in front of me. So round table character, I ran into a little issue with Blood on the Ice, and the quest is not starting. I'm not sure why. I finished the entire Civil War, so I don't know if that created an issue or not. I'm going to go see if I can get one of the pamphlets, see if that kicks it off. But yeah, I ran into that issue yesterday. I was walking around and I'm like, couldn't get anybody to do anything. I ran into a couple issues this week, actually. What was the other one I was doing? The White File. And apparently I'd already cleared out the entire cave, so I was recording that one, and I got there, and everything was already dead. So I was like, oh, that's a bit uneventful, but, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully everything sounds proper and all that. So, what else? Oh, I was playing the pacifist character a few moments ago. Whoops, sorry. I hit something on my phone. So I was playing pacifist character a little bit ago. I was having issues with that, like how to get through things completely, and I'm having a lot of problems completing a lot of quests where you have to kill people. Obviously, because I'm not killing them. I've upped my illusion a little bit. I just added the two-handed perk. I think I'm like level 60 something on illusion though. But I never added the two-handed perk for some reason, the double cast perk for strengthening it. I'm not sure why I never added it. Yeah, I'm level 65, so I did add the dual casting. And I have my next big one I got to go for is Rage, and then Master of the Mind, where the illusion spells work on the undead and the Daedra and automatons. So Master of the Mind is where I really have to get to. I need a 90 for that, and Master Illusion spell casting and Expert Illusion casting, that's fine. I can get those as well for lower cost. But yeah, this I've been having my troubles with the pacifist play. I haven't been able to close out multiple quests, actually, because of the not technically completing it, because nobody's dead. Like lights out. I've gone through the entire thing. I need to find out where Jarira's bandits took the loot. That's all. I ended up killing Deja finally. I had to, just wouldn't clear off, so I got to find a way to clear that off. I got to find King Olaf's verse, which I can do that because I can hide and let the other guy kill all the things at the end. But right now, I don't know if my calm spell is going to work on all of the stuff in there. So I just want to get a little higher level, maybe get paralyzed spell or something like that, where I can help out, but also be safe, because I want to complete the Thieves Guild quest with this character. So that's kind of what I want to go with that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I do have the white file here on this one as well. I could probably do that and sneak through. But mostly with this character, I'm just doing the Thieves stuff. I want to bring the Thieves Guild to prominence because I've never completed that. So with that character, that's kind of what I'm going to do. The roundtable one, once the roundtable's finished, I'll probably retire it because it's already at level 50, 51. I think I just went to last night, and all dragon stuff, and so I'm loaded up. No reason to keep going on with that character. It's complete it, and I don't feel the need to go into the dragon quest with it or anything like that. So, I mean, I could, but I don't know. I'll probably keep it around. I still have my Iron Man character lying around too. So, but I kind of played that out to the point where I was completely satisfied with it, with what was going on with it. So that's most likely done too. I could probably just save over top of that. Double check GarageBand. All right. So I did try. I tried out because Witcher 3 is coming out. I figured I'd try Witcher 2, see if I enjoyed it. So I did play probably about 10 hours of Witcher 2 so far, I think. Probably about 10 hours. I'm decently far. I'm far enough into the game to get a good feel for it. I really like the combat. Some of the other stuff I'm not. It didn't work for me particularly. I like the setting. I like the feel of it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Assassin's Creed in a way, but a little more confined. I'm just not sure if I'm not far enough into the game yet where it becomes less confined. But just right now, it just wasn't for me. Like I enjoyed what I played, and I'll probably pick it up and do some more of it and probably finish it. But I wanted to see if I was going to want to hop right into Witcher 3 and play it immediately, and it was too many cutscenes for me, and it was too rigid of a story. I think is what didn't work for me. Other than that, I mean, it looked fantastic, and I really liked the combat. I liked the story that was going through as well, but it was just a little too rigid for what I wanted to play right at the moment. But it's definitely something I'll go back to and play again and probably finish. Other than that, the new rumor for E3 is Fallout 4, of course. That was a little thing on IGN about that, which I think everybody assumes that. You're not going to have a big event and not announce something, number one, and it's the most likely thing to be announced. So I think I'll go back and probably play some Fallout to, kind of get ready for that. Because I played a little in the past. I enjoyed it, but it was the setting, which is weird. For me, the reason the Elder Scrolls ones hit for me is the setting. It's kind of that Middle-earthy setting. That's like my sweet spot for gaming right now. So, and kind of always has been, a lot of King's Quest playing in the past. So it's kind of that same, fantasy kind of world. Although it wasn't as extensive back then. Even back in Adventure on Atari, it was a square, blocky, Middle-earthy thing. But hey, it had dragons, right? If you haven't played Adventure, you can play that online. By the way, it's I think it might be the first adventure game that wasn't text based. It was very basic. We'll say that. It was one of the early Atari games, but it was fun, and it had you could actually do different things in it, and there were glitches and Easter eggs and stuff like that. So you could probably beat it in like 30 seconds if you really went fast. But it was fun. You were a square dot, and you could get a sword. I don't remember if you could get a shield or not. I know you could get a sword, but you can only pick up one thing at a time. I think you get a sword or an arrow. It's something like that. And you had to put it on one side of your square or the other to attack the dragons. So, yeah, we're completely off Elder Scrolls right now. I apologize, but that's where it all started. You got to go back to Adventure. I'm sure they were inspired by Adventure. And, 'cause I did play Witcher 2, like I said, the past week or two. And then I was having a conversation at work with a guy who plays a lot of Zelda. And we were kind of going back and forth about that and how he had never tried the Elder Scrolls. So I was recommending that to him and explaining how, it's just you can kind of do whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want. And so I think maybe I recruited an Elder Scrolls player. That would be nice. maybe we got somebody who's going to hop in and play and get into it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so he was excited for, I guess, a new Zelda or something. I don't know much about Zelda. I played it a long time ago. One of the early ones, probably the first one. But I haven't played it much since then. I think I tried the one on the Wii a while back. Just it didn't work for me. But so hopefully I recruited him to the good side. Not that that's the bad side, but whatever. So other than that, I'm going to keep playing this pacifist character. I think and what else was I doing? I'm just drew a blank. Sorry, it's early. So I'm going to play that. We got the round table coming up on May 23rd. May 23rd. So I have to figure out how to instigate the Blood on the Ice quest by then. Hopefully picking up the pamphlet helps that. I knew I should have started it prior to invading Windhelm with the Imperials, but because anytime you do something large like that in the city, it can create issues for the quests, and apparently it did. Because I was standing there, and the 3 people are there, the witnesses, but the guard just kind of wanders by and doesn't even. He's just like, yep, hey, how's it going? See ya. And you can't talk to him about it or anything. So hopefully that will definitely trigger it. But I think the next roundtable I'd like to do a mage character. I mean, I got the thief character right now that's a pacifist. It uses almost all, just uses magic. But I'd like to use like a straight up mage, killing mage, not just running and hiding mage. Because that was a fun build I did a long time ago that was, difficult in the beginning, but once it gets rolling, it's like really powerful, really fast. Especially if you mix like destruction and illusion, or I think I went. Only one time did I go high enough in Conjuration to get the Dremora Lord, maybe twice, but yeah, he would. Yeah, that's always good too, because then you don't have to. You can sit back, just hang out, let him do everything. That's definitely a way to go. So I think I'd like to do that. See what I get rolled. See what Andrew comes up with, and see what I end up with. This one I kind of have done everything actually, pretty balanced. A little one-handed, a little two-handed, a little magic, a decent amount of archery. So I mean, I've really balanced out that one quite a bit. So that's probably my most balanced character since the first one I did, where I maxed out everything. I wouldn't mind doing another character where I max out all the skill sets, not go legendary in any of them, but max them all out. So maybe that's what I'll hang on to this roundtable character for, because I've done enough where I'm balanced enough where I can, go through and I won't be so underpowered with the other attributes that I won't be able to level them up, because I've done enough. I went through the Thieves Guild with that character in the beginning, so my sneak's up there. My pickpocket's not very high, but once you start getting into that, you can level it up. And if you have a calm spell, you can just calm everyone. Like as you steal their stuff and they catch you, just like, oh no, just forget about it. I mean, you still get arrested or whatever, but you don't get any fights at least, and you don't have to kill people for no reason. Because that becomes messy, becomes a problem. So, I have graffiti over my shoulder. Yeah, other than that, I think I'm gonna hop back into some Morrowind. I played some Morrowind. I gotta try fixing the controller setup so that y-axis isn't inverted, because that was really screwing me up, the down up down thing. And I got to grab my Oblivion. I think I'm going to play some Oblivion. Also coming up, maybe start. It's been quite a while since I played that character, so I might just start over, because it's hard to jump. For me, it's hard to jump into the middle of a character like that I haven't played in a long time. Especially in a game that I haven't played in a long time, where I'm not going to remember where the hell anything is at or what the hell I'm doing. But I think I'm in the middle of the Dark Brotherhood on that, as a matter of fact. Now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure it's Dark Brotherhood I'm in the middle of. So I was pulling up my roundtable character to kind of see where I'm sitting at skill set wise. But yeah, I believe that's where I left off part way through the Dark Brotherhood quest. I don't think I'm very far into it. I think I had just there was a guy you had to kill by sneaking into his house, hiding in a little alcove upstairs behind a wall, unhooking like a chandelier and dropping it on his head while he was sitting in a chair. It was pretty involved. I liked it. The Dark Brotherhood quests in that game are a little more involved than the ones in Skyrim, where it's go kill someone. And obviously, there's the extra. You get the bonus stuff in Skyrim for if you kill them a certain way, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, somebody was talking about killing the princess at the wedding. I might have been listening to the round table, and there was a bow they found. I didn't know somebody left a bow for you. I've never found that. I mean, I've pushed over the thing. I've snuck and set off frenzy and let everybody kill each other. I've done it a million different ways, but I don't think I've ever found a bow that somebody left for you. So that would be interesting to try it that way. Because I know there's always stuff like that you find as you go along, and that's just one that I never ever came across. I haven't had issue with that quest where the guards that are in the tower never disappear, and every time you come back to town, there's enemies in town, and you can't fast travel from town. That's a good glitch. That's a good time. They just spawn there every single time, and they don't attack you. They spawn at the top of the. It's that tower where you can enter from down by the. It's that second entrance to Solitude. That tower. You can enter from down by the water, down by the docks almost. Yeah, from the second entrance of Solitude where you come up, you completely go up that tower, and you can go over to Castle Duor. They would constantly spawn at the top there. I forget which guards they are, but they would also spawn and not attack you. But they would also be marked as red as enemies. So there's that. And that I had that on one or two of my playthroughs where it really created a problem. Yeah, so this character, hold on, I gotta do some leveling up because apparently I'm level 52 now. I had 2 that I didn't do. So it's 3, 2, 1. So 3, that's 15 to... Wait, where am I at? I'm trying to count how many I'm supposed to have. So 8, so 24. Okay. So I think I need to get this to 80, right? 24, 27. Okay, yeah. I got to add to my health. Sorry. Oh, I only had 1 perk to increase. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so my roundtable character is pretty well balanced. Heavy armor is my lowest in like 31. 90 for sneak. Even pickpocket's 30. Speech 70. Alchemy 50. Illusion 60. Conjuration 27. That I really haven't done any conjuration. So maybe I will use this character for going to 100 on everything. Maybe I'll have to. That might be where I go. I have 3 perks to increase. I don't really know what to use at this point. I'm not going to set those up right now. But yeah, everything else is pretty high. My lowest ones are pickpocket at 30, conjuration 27, and heavy armor 31. Heavy armor's easy. I'll just start wearing heavy armor. My one-handed is only 68. One-handed 68, two-handed 55, and looking for my archery, sorry. Somehow I lost it. Archery 77. So, I mean, really those 3 skills are pretty darn close. Obviously, archery the highest because I've used it the most, but my one-handed and two-handed and archery pretty balanced. The block is at 48. Light armor is 79. That's one of my main ones. I have to get to that's supposed to focus on to get to 100, but I don't know if I'm going to get to 100 by then because I'm not grinding it. I'm just playing it. So I'm not sure if that's going to make it to 100 in 2 weeks, but I'll probably be playing this character some more, and maybe I'll start working on the conjuration and getting things up to 100. Alterations 42, but I can start transmuting. I'm not really transmuting anymore. I did that in the beginning. I can also start with the other stuff. What is it? Stone flesh, ebony flesh, all that kind of stuff. Block, I have a shield I've been using. Sneak is 93. I haven't been sneaking recently, but it's pretty high anyway. I can get that to 100 without a problem. Lock picking will naturally get to 100 at some point. It's 76. Speech, I guess speech I just gotta sell a lot of stuff, which I do. I guess that means I gotta start enchanting and things again. But yeah, I think that's what I'll do with this character. I think this is the one I'll take because I'm already on a good path where I'm not so underpowered in anything that it's not going to happen. And I have a lot of quests open. I haven't really gone a lot of places with this particular character. A lot of the map wide open still. I was just noticing that because I was heading to do something. I forget what. Yeah, I was heading to bring the statue to Lisbeth. I was just clearing off some things off the quest log. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot left to do on this character. I could easily take them all to 100. I think that's what I shall do because it's been quite a long time. Like I said, first character I played, I did that. First character I played, I also screwed up and did not add any perks for the first 55 levels, and all of a sudden had like 55 perks to add to the trees because I didn't realize you could do it because I am an idiot apparently. I don't know. So I did do that, and all of a sudden I went from having to hit a dragon 875 times to kill it to being able to like one-shot it all at one time. So that was like a little culture shock. But I'm sure I got to level 55 like in a week because I'm sure in the beginning I played it like 8,000 times, So, well, that is what I have for this time. You can, as always. Oh wait, I have the sign-off thing. I don't need to talk anymore. So, check out the roundtable on the 23rd. I'll be doing a live one then. I've hopefully scheduled properly to be there for the entire thing, which I would love to do. And I'll be back next week with another one of these. So that's all I have for now. I'm looking for my audio to close the show right now. All right, that's all I got. Later, everyone. Thanks for listening to this episode from Skyrim Addict Podcast. You can email the show at skyrimbookclub.ca or for the roundtable, skyrimroundtable@gmail.com. For video content, search Skyrim Addict on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. There you can find live episodes and playthroughs from the roundtables and other characters, as well as 10 minutes in Skyrim. Special thanks to Dan Bull for the use of his music in the roundtable opening and closing. You can subscribe to his YouTube channel or purchase his music through iTunes. Just search Dan Bull. Thanks to Claire LaFar for the show artwork. You can find her artwork at etsy.com/MayaFirePrints, MayaFirePrints. And thank you to the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages and the Imperial Library for their great resources. Until next time. Hello. Welcome back to Skyrim Addict Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see I have my character up on the screen. So I've been playing the pacifist character quite a bit, and I finally got One with the Shadows, the One with the Shadows achievement, after 1,309 days of playing the game. And I looked that up on Google, and yes, it's 1,309 days as of this moment. So 1,309 days later, I get One with the Shadows, but man, I really think I've finished all of them before. I think what happened was because so for those of you who've played the Thieves Guild, which I assume is everyone, so at the end of it, you get, well, first of all, you do the quest parts. So I finished that up. I had been, I think the last time I was talking about this character, I was waiting to go battle Mercer Frey because I didn't have all the spells I wanted. Because the this character was a pacifist. He had to kill Mercer Frey because otherwise the quest wouldn't end. So there's that. I could have just paralyzed him forever, just kept paralyzing him, but that would have been really boring after a while. So I had to actually kill him. So as you can see, I'm focused on, I got my alteration up. The telekinesis is fantastic for boosting up alteration. Throw crap all over the place. Try not to hit people if you're in friendly areas because they will not be happy with you and they will want to fight. Illusion, I've banged out that whole tree. I'm going to start working on alchemy here because I'm going to become a poisoner and poison people and join the Dark Brotherhood at some point. I would like to get the Master Alteration spells first. I do have the Master Illusion spells, I believe, or some of them anyway, the ones I found useful. I think there's 4. I think I have 3 of them. Pickpocket, obviously, is 100. I got to put a little more into that, I think, just to get the Poisoner end. I can still add 1 at the bottom there. The extra pockets is pretty nice, but Keymaster I don't need. Really, it's only 1 more at the bottom I need. 1 more Light Fingers. So that'll be good. Lockpicking, you don't really put anything in. Sneaking, I could put a little more in, but since I'm not using the weaponry, it really doesn't matter. So I don't have to go up that right side where it's, I don't have to go up and do backstab and deadly aim and assassin's blade because I'm not going to use them. Silent roll is nice, but I have the Nightingale stealth thing where you stand on the crescent moon. So like when I'm in the shadows, I'm pretty much invisible. So that's pretty helpful too. So anyway, so what I've done in the past week or so that I've been playing this one, I had the Thieves Guild to finish up. So that entailed going to Erkenthand with who was it, Brynloff and Carlia, and meeting up with Mercer and catching Mercer Frey. So you go through there. It's Dwemer Ruin, and go through, Falmer all over the place. I used a crap ton of Pacify, which worked incredibly well. What else did I use? Pacify, Invisibility, Detect Life a little bit, which I'll get to that at the end as well. End of this that quest. So you meet up with Carlia and him outside of Erkenthand, actually you go through a little bit of it and you meet up with them at a door like partway through. You pass some dead bandits and stuff. I pacified as much of everything as I could. If they killed something, they killed it. But mostly we got through there pretty unscathed. Most of the Falmer lived. There was one section where you get to a part where it's like 5 Falmer and 2 Charis Hunters and a bunch of other crap. And it was just, I couldn't pacify everything. There was just no way to pacify everything. I have 570 magic and I was running out of magic. My issue is I don't have real heavy enchanting, so I can't do the, I don't have incredible regen or anything like that. So basically, you meet up with them and you go through the rest of the part, you go through the Falmer, all that. Then you get to the room where Mercer is. Well, there's one cool part where you're looking down and they're like, who's that? Oh my God, that's him. And he's sneaking behind a bunch of Falmer, which was pretty funny. But you get to the final room where he's prying the eye of the Falmers out, or eyes of the Falmer out, I should say, out of the giant statue that looks like a Buddha. And so I don't know why it's there, but whatever. So he's prying them out of there, and then he's like, he comes down. But before you get into that room, right before you get into there, look around in the room prior to that. I believe it's the room prior to that. There are 2 Detect Life scrolls. So, like, the spell is great. but you have to constantly have it going. The scroll you kind of kick on, and it lasts. I don't even know how long it lasts. It doesn't last very long, but he kicks on his invisibility pretty quickly. So if you have the 2 scrolls, you can easily detect where he's at. And I had paralyzed, so I would just paralyze him. It was a little wonky at first. I played it on Legendary. So since none of my combat skills are any good, basically, because I haven't used them at all, it took like 8 million of, at first I was like, cast a Conjured a Flame Atronak and tried that, and it was like, every fireball was hitting him, and it was like nothing. So I happened to have grabbed a staff somewhere along the way, a staff of fireball. So I grabbed that and was hitting him with that, and it was doing like basically nothing. Then I did. I used that. I had a couple like axes and stuff that I'd found along, stuff you find along the way. I think they were like ebony, something else. Might have had Soul Trap on it, so it didn't really have anything on it that would harm him either. So I'd hit him like 4 or 5 times, paralyze him again, hit him 4 or 5 times, paralyze him again, hit him 4 or 5 times, paralyze him again. This went on for like 8 days, it felt like. So eventually I ended up killing him. Obviously, that kind of goes against the whole role of the pacifist character, which is a problem. But,
Is someone there?
That's,
what was that?
Oh, I just, sorry about that. I just pacified Modesi. Whoa. Everybody's coming to kill me now. Sorry about that. Anyway, so, let me pause that. We got problems here. So anyway, that's how I beat him, was just paralyze and paralyze again and paralyze again. It was very effective. Would have been more effective if I was like had better combat skills, obviously. But so I got through there. So I completed the part of the quest, that whole part of the quest, and headed back to. So you get the skeleton key. So I get the skeleton key, and then I'm like, Carlisle's like, what are you going to do with it? Blah, blah, blah. And you got to go to the Twilight Sepulchre and bring it back. So, and you meet the sentinels there and all that stuff. The, what are they called? The something's, I don't know, but they're ghosts. Something sentinels. So anyway, you get there, you go inside, and there's a ghost guy there waiting for you. He talks to you, and it ends up being Gallus, who was the one that Mercer Frey killed. So you find him, and he's like, I can't come with you. You have to do this on your own, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you start going through, and basically what I did was I just snuck past everyone with invisibility because still pacifist, even though I killed Mercer Frey. I had to complete the quest. Kind of happens. So I snuck through pretty much all of it. I didn't even use Frenzy or anything. Got through. You get through that part. Oh, and then you get to the part you have to. Or this might have been the first part where you go in and you have to stay in the shadows. There's a journal. I think it's Anders or something. The guy's name is. In the first room, definitely grab that. It's helpful. It'll help you get through the different parts of the Twilight Sepulchre. You have to get through the Ghost Sentinels. You have to get through a little, hide in the shadows kind of quest, or it's not really a maze, but puzzle quest, I guess it would be. You have to. Who is that? Sorry, there was somebody on the game running up to me. And then the other part. Oh, and then there's one part where you go down a well, and it's kind of like a well. I don't know. I guess it's called a well, but it's a giant hole. It's the only way to go. And you go down there and you just kind of look around, and eventually the key finds a hole, and you open up for the rest of it. So that opens it up, and you're inside and talking to Nocturnal, who is quite lovely, and she is, I guess, pleased with you moderately. Moderately pleased with you, as I guess is what you could say. It doesn't seem like she cares very much about you, so there's that. And then you get to choose one of you get subterfuge, stealth. Oh shoot, I don't remember what the other one is. Subterfuge, stealth, and there's another one. And so I took stealth because it works for my character better. I think I had subterfuge on. I think my round table character took subterfuge, where like you kind of work the shadows and it tricks your enemy, I guess is what it is. But stealth, you can kind of become invisible almost if you're in the shadows. So there's that. So I finished that part, and I had already finished all the Radiant quests. So I brought the each of the towns, the four towns that you have to bring back. Was it Solitude, Markarth? Solitude, Markarth, Whiterun, and Windhelm, I believe. And so I brought them all back into the fold with the Thieves Guild. There are actually Radiant quests out on Raven Rock as well, but I don't think they're part of the achievement of bringing it back to prominence. I don't think you need those at all. So but there are Radiant quests that go out to Raven Rock. So anyway, I finished that up, and you head back to what was that? Ragged Flagon. Head down there. We have a little ceremony. I become leader of the guild, and I figure out what happened all the other times that I finished this and didn't get the achievement. And that is that if you don't go and talk to Brynloff again after you talk to him like 4 times, and after you have an entire ceremony and everything else, you have to go talk to him again because he's very needy and he couldn't tell you during the ceremony. And then he tells you about Tonia, and she is going to give you the special Guildmaster's armor, which is which I have right here. I believe I still have it in my possession. Here we go. Guildmaster's armor, which is a leather armor with a lot of buckles and such. As if you're a thief, you would like a lot of buckles, I guess. Seems like they would make noise to me, but whatever. That's what you get. So you get increased carrying capacity for the armor. The boots are boost up to pickpocket success. The gloves, lockpicking, and the hood is prices, bartering. Prices are better. So that's what you get for that. You also, throughout the Thieves Guild thing, you also get the Nightingale armor, which does stamina and frost resistance. Then the boots they are muffled, but I don't think you can disenchant those. Sorry, Andrew. The gloves are lockpicking and one-handed. And the Nightingale hood is illusion spells. So I'm not wearing any of that gear. Right now I'm wearing my expert robes of illusion. I have a regen ring for magic, a Peerless Magica necklace that I found. I am wearing the Nightingale gloves. I did not realize that. So my lockpicking is better. I'm not going to use it. And I'm wearing I should change those. I'm wearing the old Thieves Guild boots. I don't really need those. Let's see, because I gotta have better ones now, right? I'll switch to the Guildmaster boots. And actually, I shouldn't be wearing any of them, because if I go higher on the alteration, I can get that boost for not wearing any armor and using, because I have ebony flesh, so I can use ebony flesh and have a much better armor rating than what I have now. I'm still wearing Vokun, the mask, the Dragon Priest mask, which is 20% less conjuration, illusion, and alteration. So I am wearing those. So anyway, So I finished all that up, and finally it triggered after I went and got the gear from Tonia and all that. It triggered the achievement, and after 3 years and 7 months, I completed that achievement. There's still a few that I haven't done. Let's see, offhand. Achievements. There's definitely a few for this game that I haven't finished. I think like Master Vampire, Master Werewolf, Dragon Rider. Somehow I didn't finish that. I thought I had, but I think I just get bored of riding the dragons because it's not that fun. Stallroom Crafter. I'm pretty sure I made a Stallroom item, but apparently not. Master Architect. I guess build all 3 houses in one game. Vampire Mastered. I'm never going to do that. Werewolf Mastered. I'm never going to do that. Oblivion Walker. Collect all 15 Daedric artifacts. I may do that because of the round table. So I may be down to 5 achievements. I'm not really a big achievement hunter, but I figured I only had 5 left. I should, and it'll be 4 years soon. May want to finish it at some point, or finish the, achievements at some point. But Werewolf and Vampire, I really just don't enjoy that much, quite frankly. I don't really enjoy playing as them. I did try the Vampire for a while. I tried the Werewolf for a while, and just go straight hardcore Werewolf or Vampire, and it just did not work for me. I don't know if it's the mechanics of it, or it just takes me out of the game a little bit, or whatever it is. But that's, neither here nor there. But it just kind of takes me out of it a little bit. So I've gone a little bit into the Mages College with this character as well, and I'm up to Tolfdir has come back with the giant magic ball. So there's that. And I had to get far enough into it where I could start, where I could buy stuff. And then I went and did Sarthal and went to go get some alteration stuff, and Tolfdir was gone. So I was like, let me go finish Sarthal so I can have him back and buy things that I want in alteration. So once I get to 100, I'm going to head back to the college. Once I get to 100 in alteration, that is, I'm going to head back to the college and do that. I've also been playing another character, a Dead is Dead character that I've been doing on 10 Minutes in Skyrim. Now that character, I'm just sticking to the basics of what I do best, which is archery. Archery, sneaking, and I actually I'm actually using Feindal as a follower, which is rare. I don't really like followers that much, but because it's Dead is Dead and I want to stay alive, I have him to deflect, to take some damage, even though he's an archer, which, he's not like a tank or anything. So he's going to kind of hang in the back too, but still it's nice having someone else there who's going to, take some damage for you and take some eyes off of you, if for that matter. So I've been playing that one a little bit, but that one I'm just going to go through the dragon storyline with that one. So yeah, definitely with this character, next up for me is kind of getting involved in the Dark Brotherhood since I've kind of completed everything the thieves now. There's not really anything I can do, so I guess Dark Brotherhood it is. And what I'm going to do before though is obviously work on my alchemy and work on my enchanting a bit. So, but I'm going to try and do it without weapons. Still, I'm going to try and do it as a poisoner or using my magic. I'll use my illusion, frenzy the people so they fight other people, things like that. So I'm sure I can go through it in that way. I'll no longer be a pacifist, but I've tasted blood. I killed Mercer Frey. I've tasted the blood, and technically, I think I'm a Khajiit, or not technically. I am a Khajiit. Well, not that you can see. I have my mask on. So really, killing people not that big a deal. Still a pacifist, right? As long as I don't kill the Khajiit, I'll be fine. So, anyway, So we'll have the roundtable coming up next week. Stay tuned on the audio feed. Stay tuned after this, and I'll be putting up the audio from the roundtable draw that Andrew had done maybe a week or two ago for the next season. So that's coming up, and that's the Daedric/Dawnguard season. I've gone through some of that. I've done the first 3 Daedric quests we were supposed to do. Actually, and I already had done Dawnbreaker with that character as well. So, or Break of Dawn, I should say. I already picked up Dawnbreaker. So, I actually already completed 4. But if I can get through 15 and get that achievement, that'll be nice. That'll be a nice little perk. And my plan with my roundtable character is to continue to use that character through all the roundtables until I get all the way to 100 on everything, and then go legendary on everything and start back at 0 and see what happens. So I like the roundtable. It's fun. So I like keeping characters, and I put a lot into that one. So I'd like to keep her around for a while. I have other characters I bounce in and out of. I still have the Iron Man character, which I haven't played in a while too. So, but anyway, that's what I got for this one. And so if you want to join in the roundtable, if you would like to if you would just like to schedule and to play along, go over to our website at asapodcasting.com, and if you click on the Skyrim Addict page, you will find the schedule for the upcoming roundtable at the bottom, broken down by episode. So it'll give you the quests for the first episode, second episode, third episode, etc. I believe there's 6. So, or you can join the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Skyrim Addict Podcast. So, and if you want to be more involved, just email skyrimroundtable@gmail.com. And you can get more involved in that way, possibly hop on the show, all that kind of stuff. So I think that's all I have for that. And we still like to do an Elder Scrolls, what we'd like to see an Elder Scrolls 6 kind of thing, hopefully in the near future. I was hoping to do it sooner. The Fallout stuff kind of took a little of that thunder, them announcing a little earlier than everybody had thought. We thought we wouldn't really hear anything till E3, and they dropped that dime like a week or so ago. So we are going to do a Fallout podcast. It's called the Fallout Feed, and it is available on iTunes right now. There's just a basic episode up there right at this moment. But other than that, I'm going to continue playing Skyrim and Fallout. But I got to admit, I'm more of a Elder Scrolls person than a Fallout person. Sorry. But just the way it is. So that's all I got. Check us out next week on the live show. Check out the YouTube channel. And for any information about the shows or anything, head to asapodcasting.com. Later, everyone. Thanks for listening to this episode of Skyrim Addict. You can find all of our contact information, YouTube channel information, as well as other shows over at asapodcasting.com, including our newest show, The Fallout Feed. Special thanks to Claire Lafar for the show's artwork. You can find her stuff at etsy.com/MayaFirePrints, MayaFirePrints. And a thank you to Dan Bull for the use of his music in the roundtable open and close. You can find him on YouTube or iTunes. Just search Dan Bull. Once again, thanks for listening, and later, everyone.
Welcome to the 20th edition of a Skyrim Addict podcast roundtable.
Hello.
This is a in-between special episode that we're going to do. We've become so engrossed with ourselves, think we're so important that we're having a live draft-style selection committee of the attributes and stats that we'll be using for our next upcoming season, Season 4, The Dawnguard.
I think even President Obama is watching this.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
This has widespread effect over anything that light touches.
Yes.
So everyone pay attention. Okay, just a brief description. We are the show who compares and contrasts Skyrim experiences through a lively roundtable discussion by playing through the same quests with characters who have been randomly assigned drastically different attributes. Welcome, everyone. And this is the randomly assigned portion of the show. I'm going to do it live this year. So just real quick, for all of our video viewers, you can see I've got a bunch of different little cups, and I've just basically got little slips of paper cut up and in each of the cups. So we've got different categories. We're going to select, most seasons we selected more categories, but we decided to let people have just a little bit more freedom with what they wanted to do in this playthrough. So our categories will be race, gender, the stat spread, and by that we mean each time you level up, you are given points to invest in either magicka, health, or stamina. And so we will be dictating how often you can invest a point in each of those schools. Then we have your mage skill, your warrior skill, and your thief skill. And we will also be assigning a human follower for everyone. So you get to choose where you want to live. You get to choose your own spouse this time. So have fun with all of that. Victor, how are you doing this evening, sir?
I am excellent. I am having fun playing.
Great.
And
when did that come out? It released recently, right?
Yeah, last Monday or Tuesday. I forget which, one or the other.
Have you ever scheduled a day off of work the day after when a game is going to be releasing or anything like that?
No, but I have taken days off work to play games, that's for sure. Yeah. So
I've always wanted to do that, just know a release date of a game well in advance, and maybe I'll do that for Elder Scrolls 6 whenever that comes out.
I've never trusted a game enough to do that. I always wait at least a day or two for the reviews and see how it is. No matter how good the pre-release reviews are, you got to see how good the actual shipping copy is going to be. So,
yeah.
These days everything has a 20 gig day one patch and everything. So,
that's true.
Yeah.
It does pay to wait sometimes, so they can work out the kinks.
Definitely.
So the people we'll be selecting characters for on this show will be Juan and Victor and me, and we had a few new people who were wanting to do play-alongs right in. They gave us emails, so that will be Caleb, Damien, and Tim. And if anyone else is interested in doing a play-along, we might need substitutes if we have a regular podcaster who needs to take a week off for some reason. So if you'd like to do a play-along and maybe a substitute, go ahead and give us an email at skyrimroundtable@gmail.com. So drum roll, please, and we'll go ahead and get started with the draft. Woo! All right, so first up, we'll go ahead and select for Juan. And Juan, here we go. Your race will be a Nord. And anyone, if this is a character that you played recently, the same race or any of the attributes, you can write me personally an email and I'll swap out stuff for you if it's something you've done real soon. The point of this show is to kind of branch out, broaden your horizons, so I can't do two-handed anymore.
Yeah.
Juan, you will be a Nord male.
Okay, you don't want me to do this? All right.
And your stat spread, Victor will be choosing our stat spreads for the evening. Oh, wait, you're supposed to choose the male and female, too.
That's
bad.
okay.
I'll let you do that from now on. I'll set mine over there.
All right, so your stat spread, starting with magicka, is 3. And stamina, 2. Health, 1.
All right.
Actually, I should stick a 0 in there, too, shouldn't I? Or did you stop doing that?
I stopped doing that after the first season. I was like, that's kind of shitty.
Well, yeah, Slythe was a 0 health guy, so it worked out okay.
Yeah, I remember you had to do lots of armor buffs and
I had amulets,
necklaces, and
rings everywhere. Yeah. So.
All right, so Juan, your mage skill will be enchanting. I seem to remember you have enchanting in something recently. So if you want to change that, just go ahead and let us know. Your warrior skill, Juan. Darn cup grabbing onto me. Heavy armor. So you can enchant the hell out of that heavy armor. And your thief skill will be, sir, pickpocket. I should really be pulling these out as we go, so people don't get the same attributes, get as random as possible.
That's more random if you leave them all in there and just mix them around a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Juan, it looks like your follower will be the Dark Brotherhood Initiate Male. So it looks like you'll have to play through the Dark Brotherhood. But if you've done that recently, again, just let me know, and we will take care of that. So, Dark Brotherhood Initiate. All right, so Juan, congratulations. Welcome to Season 4 of the show. And what are we doing with the Dawn Guard versus vampires? Because we're doing the play through the Dawn Guard and the Daedric quests. So, Victor, we're basically so far letting everyone choose what they want to do. But we need to end up with as many people as a balanced on each side as possible that we can. So we'll just figure that out on the Facebook page probably.
Yeah, sounds good.
So Juan, you are a Nord male. You have 3 magicka, 2 stamina, and 1 health. You have enchanting, heavy armor, and pickpocket. And your follower is the Dark Brotherhood Initiate. All right, so let's go on to our next participant. Victor, would you like to do you next? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's run into Victor here. Before we draw you, what race have you done the least?
The least?
What races have you never been?
No, I've been everything at one time or another. I think probably least would be Altmer.
I've never played either of the animal characters.
I've done several Khajiit, 2 Argonians.
I haven't done Altmers either. All right, Victor, how about a Breton? Have you played Breton recently?
I actually, my most recent character is a Breton, but that's okay. He was my first, second. My original, my original was a Wood Elf. Anyway, this will be my second Breton.
So you're okay with a Breton?
Sure.
All right, great. All right, now
should I draw my own gender?
Yeah. You can select your own gender and stats.
I'm looking away now. I don't want anybody to think I'm cheating or anything. And I am a Breton female.
Female. Great.
That's funny because I know that's kind of very weird.
Why were you
random?
Being a Breton female?
No, it's a very weird random draw that ends up not being very random because my character Dorian Stenter, who's my most recent Breton, I was kind of thinking about having a sister for him named Doria, who would be a vampire. So here it is.
Well, there you go. Perfect.
There you go. She's right there.
Nice.
So Doria, welcome to Skyrim Roundtable. All right, I'm going to pick my stats here. I will be Magicka of 1 and Stamina of 3, Health of 2.
Okay. Your mage skill will be Alteration. Have you done Alteration recently?
Not much. I guess I have to talk to Tolfdir, don't I?
And let's see, your warrior skill looks like Archery.
Oh, cool.
Alteration and Archery. Those are 2 that I had last season.
Well, I'm definitely I was thinking of checking out a newish mod called Knock to Tip, so I'm going to have to do that.
Oh,
that sounds good. New archery mod.
And let's see, you got Pickpocket again, but Juan had that, so we'll pick something else for you here.
Okay.
I think you had that last season, too.
I did, yeah.
Speech.
Which is fun.
Speech. Get good at selling junk.
Yeah, alrighty.
And, let's see, speech and your human follower. Let's see. Hopefully pull out someone you've never used before. How about Belival? Have you heard of Belival? Beleval. Belival.
No, let me look up Belival. Who is Belival?
And hopefully that's what it says.
Let's see. Belival is looks like a Dawn Guard. That could be interesting. She's not going to be That might not work. Hang on.
Will you be allowed to do that?
Belival is a Bosmer bandit and a member of the Dawn Guard who can be found in Fort Dawn Guard. I don't
That'd
know.
be interesting. You should try it at least.
Yeah, maybe I will. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Maybe
I can give you a backup if you want here.
I can turn her. I'll have to try to turn her.
Do you want to? I drew a backup. Do you want that one too, just in case it doesn't work, or
In case it doesn't work, yeah.
Agmaer or Agmar, Agmaer, Agmaer.
That sounds familiar. Aer, Agmaer.
Agmaer. Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll go ahead and draw mine next. Did you figure out who Agmaer was?
I'm looking him up. He is a Nord bandit. He's the guy you first meet going in. That's weird. They're both Dawn Guard.
Both of them are Dawn Guard.
Yeah, he's that young kid you first meet when you first go into Dayspring Canyon.
Let's see if I can find you one that's not a Dawn Guard. This one sounds maybe dark elfish or something like that. Teldrin Sero.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is that someone up on Solstheim? That sounds.
Might be. Yeah, that's definitely a dark elf name.
Yeah, Teldrin Sero.
Is he the one that becomes? Yeah, he's the one that becomes Neloth's servant, isn't he?
Oh well, you're not anymore. He's gonna be your servant now.
Maybe not. Or is he the sellsword? Maybe he's the sellsword. Yes, he's the sellsword that you can hire in the retching nest there. Yeah, that's fine.
So he's your fallback if you can't get the Dawn Guards to work on
Okay,
there.
sounds good.
All right, so my race here. Eyes closed and pull out. Ooh, Altmer. I've never played an Altmer before.
Oh, that should be interesting. And you are an Altmer female.
I've never played a male in this game. That's great. All right.
And your
stats
are Magicka 1. Oh, same spread. 3 stamina, 2 health.
All right, we have the same stat spread, so that'll be easy for me to remember. I'll just say, Victor, what was our stats? Let's see. Mage skill, we've got Restoration. I already did that one. We'll choose another one here. Alteration, I just had that. Destruction, it looks like Destruction. Warrior skill, drum roll, block. Ooh, so that'll be shield and spell. That'll be fun. I've never played like that before. Are Altmer's pretty good with destruction spells?
I think Altmer has a pretty decent initial buff to magic, doesn't it?
And light armor. Ooh, that sounds like actually a pretty good combination. All right. And a follower. Let's hope it's not a Thalmor. Belrand. Ooh, I know that name. What do I know Belrand from?
Belrand?
Yeah.
He's the sellsword that you can hire in Candlehearth Hall, or is that Stenvar?
That's Stenvar, yeah.
Okay, then he's the one in the Winking Skeever.
He's a sellsword of some guy.
He's the one in the Winking Skeever.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the one that Colin hates Belrand, because Belrand is the one who deserted Gunvar.
Oh, yeah, I knew that name well for some reason. That's why.
Yeah.
Because he double-crossed.
That's correct. So yeah, you get Altmer in the vanilla game. You get +10 illusion and +5 in alteration, conjuration, destruction, enchanting, and restoration. So you get a lot of good magic.
Yeah, they are good mages then. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and burn through Caleb, Damien, and Tim. Caleb, you are up first. You will be an Argonian.
And you will be an Argonian male. with Magicka 2. Stamina 1, health 3.
Do you think Caleb's at home right now, just wringing his hands, chewing his fingernails in anticipation, just so excited?
It's like the NBA draft. He's
with the 412th pick of the 215 NBA draft, Caleb selects for his mage skill, Conjuration. With the 449th pick of the... Oh, block. I had that one. Can't have block, Caleb. That's mine. Archery. Victor has that. Two-handed, sir. Two-handed. Conjuration and two-handed.
Interesting combination there.
Yeah, that always sucks that you have to put away your weapon to cast magic there. Speech, Victor, you had that on. How about alchemy? Alchemy for your thief skill there, Caleb. So you can make some good old potions and conjure up some good stuff. Whack stuff with a warhammer, or I don't know, two-handed sword of some sort.
Well, you can conjure a war axe of some kind.
Oh yeah, go find those bound weapons.
Yeah.
Vorstag. 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 You have any idea?
I'm looking it up now.
Vorstag.
Vorstag is a Nord warrior living in Markarth. Okay, yeah, he's the guy who hangs out at the Silverblood Inn. Yeah, and he's another mercenary.
Sweet.
So
I should go through the human followers and just eliminate all the sellswords. I should make it so that you have to do like a favor for someone before they follow you. You know what I mean? Like make a quest out of it. All right, so let's review real quick who we have on each side of the Dawnguard versus vampires. Vampires, we got Victor. Did Michael say that he had just done a vampire not too long ago, and so he wanted to do Dawnguard, or vice versa? I don't remember what he said.
I do not remember, and I don't remember what Colin said he was going to do either.
Okay.
And
So
I don't want to wake him up.
no, it's fine. Does he have like his phone turned on so that even Facebook notifications buzz through?
I don't know. I never send him. I try to remember, what time it is over there, and I don't send him little dings.
Messages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. So if we didn't know that, then I don't know. We'll figure out what to do with Caleb, Damien, and Tim as far as the Vampire versus Dawnguard, and we'll figure out what's going on with Juan and Michael. And
Yeah.
Colin too. All right. So next will be Damien.
Well, those guys, if we'll just see who's who, and then try to even it up and put three pieces of paper in a jar and
Draw them out, man.
draw them out. Yeah.
All right, so Damien, your race. I just drew Argonian. You don't want that. What do we got? Argonian again. I really want you to be an Argonian. How about an orc?
Orc female.
Female orc.
And you are 2 magicka, 1 stamina, 3 health.
3 health on an orc's a good thing.
Yeah.
Illusion is your mage skill. That'll be fun. That's one that I've always wanted to use. I've never really used illusion. Use your illusion. That's hilarious. I unintentionally did that. Two-handed. Someone's already got two-handed. Block is mine. Smithing and illusion. And one more for your thief skill here, Damien. Looks like you'll be going home with sneak. Everybody's favorite thief skill.
Well, that goes well with illusion. So
Nice. He's not even going to fight anybody. He's just going to... What's that one spell where you cast like a rock over there, like a sound that draws their attention away?
Says something about skeever butts and things.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's the shout, the throw voice shout. Sorry.
Durak, Durak.
Wow.
Who are all these people I'm drawing up?
Never
I
heard
don't
of them.
recognize any of these characters. All right, so
Sounds like
Damien.
an orc. Yes, he's an orc ranger and vampire hunter. That's right. He's
Uh-oh.
another Dawnguard guy.
Man,
Yeah.
I've drawn out so many Dawnguards. That's crazy. They included all these new characters with the Dawnguard and made them all followers.
According to this, you have to complete Prophet, which is that part of the?
Yeah, that's like number
okay.
4 or 5 down in the quest.
He won't be available as a follower until that's done.
Well, if you want another follower after that, if you don't want to wait for Durak, you can get Ayla, and she's in the companions, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So Ayla, that's Aela. Ayla. All right. So Damien, you're an orc female with magicka of 2, stamina of 1, health of 3. Illusion, smithing, and sneak are your attributes, and Durak and Ayla are your followers. So next we have Tim. Looks like Tim will be our last draw for the evening. And Tim, let's get a selection for you here. How long have we been going? I didn't even know what time we started. Didn't write it
I
down.
don't either. Not that long. Half an hour maybe.
Tim, looks like you're going to be a red guard. And again, if anyone has trouble with any of these categories, I know I've said it a million times, but please go ahead and contact us. We'll work with you on stuff.
And Tim, you are a red guard male with stats of 2 magicka, 3 stamina, 1 health.
And for your mage skill, sir, looks like we have Restoration. And block. I already got that. One-handed. No one's got one-handed yet, have they?
Nope.
One-handed. Thief skill. Anyone have pickpocket? Yes.
Yeah, somebody's first.
Alchemy. That might be me. No? I don't remember.
No,
Sneak,
I think Juan had pickpocket.
light armor. That was what I had. Lockpicking. And last but not least, your follower. Isn't this at the end of drafts? The last man picked. Isn't that what they call the?
I don't know.
What was that? Mr. Irrelevant, I think they call it. Mr. Irrelevant is Loeb, L-O-B. Is he?
I don't know. Who is Loeb?
Does he work at one of the sawmills, maybe?
That's no. Loeb is an orc.
Orc.
Living in he's an orc ranger who lives in Largashbar. That's the
also
one.
a Dawnguard.
No, he's not a Dawnguard.
Okay, good. Where's Lagash Boar? Which one is that?
That's the one over by in the rift there that you the giant quest.
Oh yeah.
So you have to do the Curse of Malakath in order to get him.
Oh, that's at least halfway into the season. So I'll draw you another one just in case you definitely want a follower.
Quest, isn't it? Yeah. Oops. Yeah.
Eric? Is Eric involved?
Eric is just
what is he? Eric the Destroyer? Eric the
Slayer? Yeah, he's
Slayer,
the son of the innkeeper in Rorikstead. Yeah.
I remember someone else drafted him last year.
Yeah, he's a good follower. I liked Eric. I had him once.
All right, so if you can't wait for Laud or Load, go ahead and snag Eric from Rorikstead. All right, I believe that concludes our draft here. Victors, do you have any thoughts of any of our selections this evening?
No, they all sound pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. In fact, I'm going to go right into Mod Organizer and start building a profile for this.
Beautiful.
Should be fun.
Do you, when you start out making a character, do you have like a sort of a face design in mind that you try to match, that you try to make them look like something specific, or do you just kind of play around with the settings until the face looks cool, or how do you go about creating your characters?
Well, in this case, I'm going to use my Dorian character and then save his, race menu preset and then apply it to Doria so that they look similar since they're brother and sister. But yeah, often I'll just sit down and start messing with it. Try to come up with something.
Are there cool mods that you can really go at the person's, what they look like when you're...
Yeah, well, we're using one for the modcast called, I think a lot of people use it. It's called Race Menu. It's quite extensive. I mean, it goes very deep into the whole thing. He provides a modeling section, so you can actually physically, build and stretch the face, or you can just use sliders and presets. It's very detailed.
That's awesome.
So, what is that? Oh, is that you?
Sorry, yeah,
No,
I banged on my microphone. That means everyone out there has to drink. Have you ever heard that on a podcast?
No.
But
It's too late for me. I'm already drinking. So.
Couple of podcasts I listen to, they have the rule that everyone has to drink if someone nails the microphone in the middle of recording. Everybody drink out there. Okay. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Please, if you're interested in joining up in Season 4 of the Roundtable as a play-along participant and maybe a substitute at some point, give us an email at skyrimroundtable@gmail.com. Any other thoughts, Victor?
Nope, that's good. I think that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to starting my new character. It's always like a Christmas morning, always getting into a new playthrough of Skyrim.
Totally.
It's really exciting for me.
Yeah.
So I will be doing an Altmer, a female Altmer with magicka of 1, stamina of 3, which will be good because I have block, and a health of 2. I have destruction, block, and light armor. And Colin's favorite follower, Belran. And Victor, whose character will already be named Doria, is a female Breton with magicka of 1, stamina of 3, health of 2. Doria will be concentrating on alteration, archery, speech, and she has her sights set out for Belival. So we'll see if she can be allowed to go collect that follower. Yeah, cool. Thanks a lot for joining me, Victor. I thought that just me sitting here by myself, just drawing names, might get a little dry. I needed someone to bounce ideas and stuff off of while I'm drawing here. So I'm just sitting in silence. So thanks for joining me and helping out with this, Victor.
Yeah, thanks for asking me.
Yeah, not a problem. Everybody have a great night, and thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Good night.
Who's rapping? Overkeen. Dragons? I'm not overkeen. I'll dice them like a knife, slicing right through an aubergine. My dragon shout flow is sweeter than a soda stream. You won't believe your eyes. I'm like an overload of dopamine. A broadsword in one hand and a magic spell in the other. I'm the last of the dragonborn. There's no other, my brother, so run for cover. If you've got scales, then I'm on your tail.